Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla and I'm so glad you joined me for another video. Today we are going to be sublimating on this white fleece fabric. I got this fabric from Walmart. It was just under $9 for a yard and a half. I actually still have the wrapper here. I should have shown you this before I ripped it off of the fabric. But it is called Plush Coral Fleece and it is 100% polyester. I don't know if you guys can even see that. 100% polyester, and it was 1.5 yards. So in this video I am showing you how I sublimated on this and even how I messed up on this because I actually ended up having to redo this. So this is not meant to be like a, hey, I'm a professional, this is how you do this. This is a, hey, I saw other people doing this and I wanted to do it too video. So there you go. Come along with me as I show you my mistakes and what I did wrong. And hopefully you learn from my mistakes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I'm going to set my image to the side. I'm going to get my fabric scissors, my disappearing ink marker, and a ruler. I really like this ruler because it is 18 inches long, and you guys know I like to use a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so I will make a perfect 18-inch square for my 17 by 17 loveys, and this really helps me out. So let's go ahead and open this. I'm going to cut a big square out and then measure because the fabric is so heavy it's pulling off my table, so I don't want a lopsided square. So I'm going to cut a big square. Now with this fabric you can definitely tell that this is the inside. It's not as soft. So I have the right side down facing my table, and I'm going to measure on the bottom side. Okay, and you guys know me, I measure twice and I cut once. So I did 18 inches around, but I'm going to double check it. I'm going to double check it along the bottom, 18, the middle, 18, the top, 18, and then do the same thing for this side. 18 and 18, perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. Okay, and there is my square. So now I'm going to cut out my piece for the blue. And since this blue fabric is so dark, I'm not going to be able to see my pen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this on top and cut around it, giving myself a little bit of room. I'm not going to cut right up next to the edge. I'm just going to cut around it and get close. And I'll trim it up later when I go to sew. I'm just getting a close square right now. I didn't realize until I started this video that I forgot my butcher paper at church the last time I was teaching in kids ministry. So I'm going to use copy paper. And I'm just covering the bottom of my thing just so that the ink doesn't seep through the fabric onto my mat. So I'm just protecting my mat. So I folded it in half and pressed it just with my hands, not with the heat press, just to give me a marker of where the center is since all the edges are off the side. I'm going to grab my design, really pretty dream catcher, and kind of center it on there, or not kind of, but center it on there. And my heat press is at 400 degrees, and I'm going to press for 60 seconds. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys a problem that I ran into because I'm going to be readjusting my process. So the press itself turned out great. That blue is so vibrant. You can see all the details in the feathers. You can see the crystal. You can see all like the beads and stuff. But, so I measured this 18 by 18 and it really stretched from the heat. So I'm going to change up what I was doing, and I'm still gonna cut a decent sized square, but I'm going to press first and then measure my 18 by 18 square. So hopefully that will turn out better. So here I am measuring out my white piece of fabric. I didn't think you guys wanted to see me press it again, so this is the bigger square. So I have the dream catcher centered on the 9 on my cutting mat. So I am just trying to get it fairly centered, and then I'm using my rotary cutter to cut the sides. So that turned out much better. So definitely, if you are buying the cheaper Walmart fleece, definitely press first and then measure it out to whatever size you want, because it likes to stretch, and it is even still stretching a little bit, but it is close enough. So I am going to go ahead and we are going to pin it together and make our blanket. So I have this piece. I'm going to lay this upside down, and we are just going to go ahead and make our blanket. And again, I did make the blue minky a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that up right now, and then we will pin it and sew it all together. Okay, so we are all pinned and ready to sew. I have my 2 rows of pins, and then I even put some in the middle just to be sure, because this is minky on minky, or fleece on minky. So I anticipated wanting to shift, so I have extra security in my corners, extra security in the middle, and my 2 rows of pins. So let's go ahead and get this sewn. Okay guys, so there we have it. I think it turned out so cute. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.